Alright guys, so we're gonna go over the CM Storm Quickfire Rapid gaming keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard, as you can see. So we'll just go over the packaging. It does have MX Blue switches, and I will put a video in here of me actually typing on it with my left hand because I play a lot of StarCraft. So with that, this is made by Cooler Master. This is the version that doesn't have the 10 key, so it doesn't have the little numbers over there on the side. But yeah, let's go over the box. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna open it up. Hopefully it came well packaged. Just kidding, I'm actually using this right now. That's not really that funny. I am not funny. Alright, so it just come with a little user guide here. If you don't know how to use a keyboard, you're kinda crazy. So this is usually just the warranty and all that crap. It does go over other switches it comes with. So it does come in cherry black, brown, and blue switches, as well as red switches, which are nice too. This one does come with the blue cherry MX blues, like I said. This does go over a couple of the package content. So before I open this, it actually comes with the keyboard, obviously, 6 more extra keycaps, which are actually in here. I actually changed them out. It does come with a keycap remover, which is right here. And then what else does it say it has in here? It's really all it came with. And then it does come with the USB to PS2 adapter, which I actually do have downstairs. And then it does come with a braided USB cable, which is amazing, and a 2-year warranty. So obviously that's all that came in there. So yeah, let's go over a couple of the features on the back of the box. Alrighty guys, now we're on the back of the box. So on here, it does say here that the mechanical cherry MX switches does have N key rollover in PS2 mode. So basically what that means is you can push 10 keys at once and it will actually respond to all of them on screen. It does come with those extra keycaps that we went over. So here, basically we have cherry MX switches. Windows keys can disable in game mode. It does have extra keycaps, like we said. Laser marked keycaps, so they're laser etched. It does have anti-ghosting, which is great. Not a lot of people will notice ghosting in their keys, but even though it says it is a feature. Okay, and then it does have PS2 mode. This does have 1000 Hz and a 1 millisecond response time in the USB mode. It does have multimedia shortcuts, so basically like hotkeys, like pushing different ones all at the same time. It does have rubber-coated keyboard surface. I'll go over that a little bit more on the back. But okay, so on here it does have a removable braided USB cable with the cable routing, which is great to have, which just shows right here. But I'll show you on the back of the keyboard. And then the dimensions of this keyboard, does it in millimeters. So the length of it is 356.6. The width of it is 135.5. And the height is about 30 millimeters. And this is a hefty keyboard. It's 940 grams. And then it has all this other stuff, obviously, on here that comes with the box. And yeah, if you want to get one of these, you can go to cmstorm.com or even newegg.com. Alright, so let's go over the actual keyboard itself. Alright guys, so the Quickfire Rapid, this is that little the little one. So with this guy, doesn't have that 10 key over here. There's no 10 keys. So this one's kind of made for a little bit more of the mobile gamer, I guess you could say. But I don't really, in my opinion, I just don't see someone putting this in a backpack and then taking it with them for their keyboard needs. But in terms of this, the reason being is because this thing is 940 grams. Obviously, to the US, it doesn't sound like a lot, but this thing is freaking heavy. Freaking heavy. Okay, so like, you could literally knock someone out with this thing. But it did say it has rubber feet, so without these, so these are the little feet that stick out. It does have these 4 rubber feet here, and they do okay. I have a glass desktop, so they still kind of move around. Once it gets a little bit dusty, you got to clean these off and obviously clean the desk off. But on the bottom of these feet, if you can see right there, it's just plastic, and that sucks. So it does okay in terms of not moving around all that much, because these rubber feet are really, really, really grippy. But in terms of, like, if you're like if you jam on your keyboard really hard, I don't really see, I don't really see it being an issue, but it could be a possible issue later if these feet came off or some reason like that. But the build quality of this keyboard is quite amazing. I've had it for about a year now, so having it for about a year and a couple months. I had an old membrane keyboard before, and it had the 10 key, but with the 10 key, I thought I wasn't really gonna want the 10 key, but what you kind of realize over time is that you do use, because I use the 10 key a lot at work, so not having it here and just having to use these on the QWERTY part of the keyboard, it definitely feels odd. So the fact that I use the 10 key so much at work now, I kind of want to get to possibly the Quickfire like XT and get the one with the 10 key. So that's definitely a personal preference thing. So with that, those extra keys that we had, these are the color they come in. They give you the red ones. But as you can hear, for some reason, I have friends that have other MX Blues, and with the MX Blues, they're loud. Like on the Black Widow, like my friends have that one, they're pretty loud. But these are freaking, you can hear that in the microphone. They're so freaking loud. So like, definitely this would not be, I do stream sometimes, but definitely when it comes to streaming, I wouldn't use this keyboard. And some of the followers I have on there, they're like, they're so freaking loud, can you turn it down? So I end up having to turn the 10 dB pad on my microphone, so then it kind of like pushes it out a little bit. But like the loudest one is definitely the space bar if you mash it. Obviously that's the actuation when you hear that click. But push it all the way down. If you're typing fast, that gets really annoying. Then even this is the backspace sound. It's so freaking loud. I don't realize it that much because I use headphones. So like my wife is like, oh my god, it's so loud, stop playing StarCraft. But going over a couple of the other features other than kind of my complaints here. Definitely on the back, which is really nice. It does have these feet, the rubber feet, and then the ones that tilt it, obviously. But there aren't any inputs on the back, so like no USBs on the back, which kind of stinks, but they made this one to be moved around. So you almost think you'd expect it then, but they kind of want to like cut it down on that feature a little bit because they use because it's the smaller keyboard, I would assume. But then it does have these relay paths here. This is for the braided cord. The braided cord is actually really nice. It's kind of like how you would compare it. Let's see. So you take this, it's got a USB on the end like normal, but it's this really, really, really fine nylon braided, which is nice. I like it a lot. It's really tough. It's like really thick, but if like obviously your tower's on this side, you could put it through here, tower through there. If you have a hole in the back of your desktop, you do have this straight, which I use the straight one. You see no need to really do this since my desk is an L. But yeah, that's definitely kind of like my going over the full body of the thing. And it's definitely a great keyboard. The build quality is amazing. It does have some of these function keys up here, just like every other gaming keyboard, but it's got play, stop, rewind, fast forward. You can actually lock the Windows key with this one. And then these are your volumes. So you obviously would use that with the function key. But that's definitely, it's a great keyboard. If you wanted a mobile keyboard, there are other keyboards on the market that are a lot lighter than this one. But in terms of feel and that durability you feel, like because of the weight of the thing, it does feel very, very premium. So with that, I would definitely go out and get this guy because it is fairly small. I don't have my other keyboard. I literally like broke it in half. But with that, go out and get this guy. This guy right now, I think I haven't like looked it up in ages. The last time when I bought it, it was about $89. So definitely go on to newegg.com with that, or even Amazon. Definitely Amazon as always. But like I said, go out and get this, guys. If you want a small keyboard without the 10 key, I might go for the bigger one later. But with everything, please subscribe. I would love it if you guys subscribe to me. I'm going to start doing more content like this. I'll put some more overlays of video, basically of me going over some of it. And then please subscribe down below. That would be great. That does help my channel grow and where I want it to grow. And then with that, you can reach me at my other social media as well as Instagram and Twitter. My Twitter is at BennyKsBandwidth. So just I am really social on there. So definitely go on there and ask me any questions that you have about any tech questions, and then even bodybuilding questions, since I do that as a hobby as well. I do it competitively. And then I will see you in the next video, guys. All right. See ya.